Hello everyone, Jason Alea back here again, and today we're going to be reacting to the Dune official trailer. I kind of missed this a few days ago, though I am really excited for the new Dune movie. I really loved the first movie. I got it in 4K Blu-ray on my shelf over there, and I think it's an excellent, well-paced, visually dazzling film with excellent characters and just all around great direction with a compelling story. Just it is a great movie and probably is so far Denis Villeneuve's masterpiece. I have to think about that a little bit more. It's between this and Blade Runner 2049 for me. But there's a part two coming out. The movie was successful enough to have a part two, which I am very excited for. So let's take a look at this trailer.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you. In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets, but the darkest of them all may remain. The end of House Atreides.
My father didn't believe in revenge.
Still looks just as visually great as the first. The aspect ratio
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
does give it more than a feel, and I like that.
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Oh. Okay, so far this looks like it's going to be much more action-oriented.
You're brave, we all know that.
And from what I heard, the story, like the second half, has a lot more action.
Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand.
Dude, this looks really cool.
Nothing fancy.
Oh shit. Now he's riding the worm. He's riding the giant worm.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides. We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Okay, so from what I'm getting in this trailer, he is still going to be training a little bit more with the citizens of Arrakis, like the actual citizens that lived there for many generations, and they're going to try and train them to go up against the people who are the bad guys, basically, trying to take over Arrakis and take hold of the spice. And it seemed like this time around it's going to be a lot more action oriented, which that's why I heard a lot about of the story, which is probably why the first half, the first movie, was a bit slow, which I love about the first movie, but it's not for everyone. So from what it looks like here, I feel like maybe if this movie is good, it could have a lot more rewatch value. It maybe improve upon the first one if they handle the second part with care. It kind of reminds me of what they did with the Stephen King's It story. How in the movie, like the newer adaptation, they split the book into two parts, where like the first part with them as kids and the second half with them as adults. And it seemed like the second half is definitely not the one that people like the most, even though it's like considered okay. It wasn't like the first movie, but I feel like Denis Villeneuve is a stronger director so far than Andy Muschietti, who so far worked on a couple of horror films before he's done it, and now he's doing the Flash movie, which that in itself is another problem. Um, I think there's a chance that this will be a better version of it, where it's like a better version of splitting a book into two parts, uh, due to the creatives involved, the director, and the filmmaking in general. And Denis Villeneuve has like a stronger track record. Like you got Arrival, you got Sicario, you got Blade Runner 2049. I mean, this dude is really one of the best directors we have working today. So I think if anyone could pull off a two-parter of a giant novel, I think it's Denis Villeneuve. If not, just watch Blade Runner 2049. It basically was a movie that basically, despite being a box office failure, I know that, it was the movie that got everyone looking at him as a serious talent due to how visually beautiful that movie is, how great the storytelling was. I really need to do a re-review of that movie. I have loved it so much more since then. So probably expect that on my second channel. But yeah, I'm really excited for this movie, and I hope it's really good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.